Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Legacy SMP server, and, well, we have a roof, we have a ceiling. Limepunk is now a building, and thus I stand here in the rain on the balcony. It's just always raining when I'm joining the server. But look at this, we have an interior space, it's fantastic. We built this during a stream, as is customary by now. I'm just gonna run down here and sleep real quick. And yes, hello skeleton sound. We built it during a stream. We have some bad news. Bad news of horrendous proportions, actually. I'm gonna tell you all about that and about what we're gonna do about it in just a minute here. But to begin with, let's take a look at the time lapse of this epic rooftop build. Alright, so that was pretty cool. We finally have a rooftop. But I don't know how many of you have spotted this, but yeah, there's a real big problem, right? Wait. Why did I see a flying squid right there? Okay, never mind. This rooftop, as I came to build this, I realized something extraordinary. See, we spent quite a while building this tower, right? We built this tower on the charity lime stream. First, it took many of the 12 hours that we had in there. And yeah, we built this airship next to it. Took a lot of time getting the whole iron farm in there and everything. It's matched up to this chimney here where the iron golems are supposed to fall in. Obviously, that's still broken. But once we fix it, they'll fall back in here. The iron is auto-collected to the system inside of there. Built this whole base of Limepunk around it. It's pretty cool if I say so myself. Here's the center of it. Center of house, center of tower. Center of house, center of massive dang tower. It's one block off. So let's just start tearing. No, we're not going to do that. However, I can't just let this be, can I? But if I tear this entire thing down and build it again one block over, it's going to take forever. So we're not going to do that. What I have instead done is devise a way to move the tower. We're going to move it using a bunch of pistons, a whole bunch of pistons actually, a boatload of pistons actually. We're going to put a wall of pistons in various strategically chosen places to move all of the blocks in the tower one block over, piece by piece. However, to do that, I'm going to need quite a bit of resources. To begin with, we're just going to try to set up here. If I can get back. Oops. Don't step on the lanterns, they're hot. Yeah, we're going to set up here so that we can get all the materials that we want. Ooh, I'm kind of running low on food too. I should go out into the end and get some food before I start this, I guess. Okay, so what we need is a whole bunch of pistons, because like I said, we're going to be using pistons to push things over. We have 4 pistons. We need about 9 stacks of pistons. We're also going to need a stack of slime blocks, about a stack, maybe half a stack of honey blocks, so we'll probably need more of those. So, in order to make 9 stacks of pistons, we're going to need 9 stacks of redstone. So that's that. We're also going to need 9 stacks of iron. I don't even have 9 on me, but I guess we'll get that. We're also going to need 7 stacks of logs, about. And then 36 stacks of cobble, which is a whole shulker plus 1 full row in a shulker. So, I'm gonna have to go and get these materials. So, first order of business, I guess, is to get the redstone ore and just fortune all of this and see how much we get, because that could be a good start to this thing. Alright, not quite enough, but I'm sure we'll find... We're gonna need to go down and dig for cobble, so I'm sure we'll find the remaining redstone that we need while we're doing that. And so, for the cobble, we're just gonna drop down here. Splash! We might even have some redstone like chilling in the walls here that I haven't picked up yet. Doesn't look like it, but yeah, we have a haste beacon up, so really easy to just do this. Alright folks, it is now a fair while later. I have now gathered quite a lot of stuff. So that's all full with this stuff. This is mostly piston material, but we have this. And then lots of cobblestone, even more cobblestone, and some spare redstone. It's probably just going to be torches. I need the rest of the honey blocks still. That's the remaining thing. And then I also need to, you know, craft this into 9 stacks of pistons. So that's what we're going to have fun with right now. I don't quite know how to do this, to be honest. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go outside, I'm going to dump all the stuff on the ground, and then we're going to put a crafting table in the middle of the mess and craft the things as soon as we can pick them up into our inventory. Alright, it is my hope. My hope is that Bee Pastor Jim has some honey blocks in reserve for me. Because, God knows, I don't have the time to sit and farm honey in it right now. I need... Oh, this is going to take such a long time. Let's fly into the medieval district. Let's find out. 1 diamond for 16 blocks. Payment goes there. Okay, good. Good. Very good. There's an ATM. So we need 3 more sets of 16 blocks to fill out the remaining ones. Alright, we're up here. This is the top of the tower. And, well, we have some things to do before we get going here. And one thing I want to do is there's a whole bunch of, like, remnants here. Let's see. We can maybe take away these to get in here. But yeah, you can see here, there's a bunch of... This is a water stream. It's not used... It just goes down into the water. Just literally nothing more to it. And then there's a bunch of these random glass tubes that used to be water streams, used to be part of the drown farm, but they're actually discontinued already. The tube, I don't know if you can really see it down there, but the tube from the Iron Golem collection chimney thing goes through there. So I've already actually taken these away, and they're empty now. So we're going to tear those down. We're going to fill this in with gravel, probably, seeing as that's what we picked up now. Take a few stacks of that should be enough. And then we're going to tear that down too, so that we only have the most the most vital things here. I got fooled. This is the fortune one. I put away the silk touch one because they're named wrong. You finally got me. I've gone so long this season without mixing them up much. I've stopped so many times to like double check which tool I'm holding, but I've never really done anything actually wrong with it. Finally it happened. Alright, but now we need to fill this in with gravel. So this, I'm going to be doing this for a while. It's such a tall tower. This can require several stacks of blocks, this thing. Well, quick update. I've been tearing down quite a lot of this, but there's quite a bunch left. But yeah, now that some of it is disappearing, let me show you what we're about. Because this whole wall is going to move one block in, which means we can't have a bunch of glass tubes in here and stuff. So that's why we need that side to be clear. Here, on this side, we need space here, like where this is, to put a bunch of pistons and stuff to push this out one block. So I still have a bunch of stuff to tear down here. We're getting there. Making a sizable dent in the durability of this netherite Unbreaking 3 pickaxe. When I showed this problem to my stream, there were a bunch of suggestions on moving this stuff. Oh, there's a creeper down there, really? Well, that's nice, isn't it? When I showed this on the stream, there were a bunch of suggestions of doing this with a bunch of flying machines or something like that. But honestly, I don't think it's that doable. Because the tower is so large and because there's so much stuff inside of it, like there's not much space to work with here, really. Alright, folks, isn't that nice? A lot cleaner, a lot nicer. We're looking at the front of the tower this way, which means the entire structure is shifting that way. One block. Away from the mountains that you can see over there. So let me walk you through how this is going to work. We're going to set up a wall of pistons here. There's going to be a wall of gravel in between. We're going to use that to push this entire wall out one step, including the first block of these towers. Now let me get out of here and show you the rest from the outside. Alright, so now we're out on the rooftop. This wall is all going to have moved one step out this way. So these blocks are going to be here, glass panes are going to be here, and so on. The next step, if I can get over there, is going to be this side. So we're going to move this last row one block. So that means after that, let me get around here, we'll be pushing this one block over. So that after that, we'll have both edges of this tower moved, but none of this glass. So the problem that we're trying to solve here is we're moving this step by step in such a way that the blocks aren't in the way. So what we're going to do then is we're going to use slime blocks and honey blocks to move this block and this first block of the glass, because that's going to stick to it, over. And that will move the rest of this tower too. We'll push it all through. So after we've done that, big stack of pistons, big stack of honey blocks, and slime blocks alternating. Then we'll have moved the entire tower, and of course we'll do the same on the opposite side over there. Then we have this side left, so we have half of this glass wall and this tower left, and that just happens to be calculated such a way that that is enough, that is within the piston's push limit. So we're going to go over here, we're going to set up a very similar thing. This wall is going to be moved. It's going to be moved last, but it has exactly the same way. And actually, this is going to be pretty simple because all we have to do is put a 4 wide piston wall and a bunch of gravel, and then we'll be able to move this entire tower at once, including the rest of that glass, and this entire tower at once, including the rest of that glass. And then all we need to do is move the entire platform up there, and tower up top, and rewire the redstone up top, and rebuild a little hut up there. And then we're done. So that's all. Now, I know every single step. I've tested out every single step of this in creative mode beforehand on the small, like on the scale model of this. I know it's gonna work. So I'm saying, you know, we're just gonna place a bunch of pistons and push stuff, but we're going to place about 600 pistons for each of these walls. So it's going to take a while. That's the 9 stacks of pistons, right? So there's no other way that we can do this than a time lapse. boy. Yes. Check-in time. The tower has been moved. You can see how the platform up there is offset. The entire stuff up there has not been moved yet, but the main, all of these, the pillars, the windows, everything of that has been moved. This lines up. Oh boy. So that was step one. There are some cleanup things to do. The buttons have all popped up here, so I'm going to have to climb up and put all the buttons back. There's a bunch of missing blocks around the tower bases here. The fireplaces, the campfires need to go back onto those. We need to cover them back up. They're done on that side, so you can kind of see the smoke puff going up there, but not on this side. And yeah, I heard the unmistakable pop of clonk of a lantern disappearing. So I think some of the hidden lighting has popped off inside there. It's on the top side of these like diagonal little staircase sections up here that has a bunch of hidden lanterns. I think maybe just one per tower, but some of them have popped off, so I'm gonna need to try to fix that too. Then this part is done. I think the platform will probably move manually, but the tower, the redstone signal thing up there, will probably just push over the same way with pistons and gravel. Now, there's a bit of an issue here that I need to decide, and I think I'm kind of leaning towards moving even more things, because this elevator is kind of off to the side now, which is not necessarily the worst problem to have. If we move it over by one, the entrance would be center and the whole thing would be center. So here's fine, like we could have it like this, it's not too bad. But as we come all the way up here, this is the center of the platform up here. So if all of this moves, then the doorway is going to be above the drop down all of a sudden. So it's definitely possible to fix this and keep it this way, but I think the easiest thing and the nicest thing, the best result, is going to be to just move this. So we'll probably move this whole thing over by one. Oh boy. And then, like I said, we'll manually move all of this. It's not going to be that hard because it's not going to be that, we have to move this side and that side, but the rest are more or less in place. Not sure about this. Probably pull these out with slime or something. We'll figure that out. Yeah. Bunch of work still left to do, but yeah, we're getting there, which is nice. This is a bunch of stuff I'd not planned to do. Yeah, which is significant because, as some of you have heard, some pretty big news is going to be coming out in just the next few days here. So that's going to be pretty cool. So big things are about to happen. And yeah, it would be kind of nice to be done with this and not have this tower be all messed up by then. But I'm going to keep going. This is going to be a little bit of a time-lapse heavy episode. I hope you don't mind. Alright, here we go, ladies and gentlemen, the last move. Here's how I've been setting it up. It's pistons with gravel in front, and I can just slap a torch down here. Like, push it off right away so I can just go down doing this, if I can place them right. I'm pretty sure that the redstone torches inside of this tower are gonna all fall off, but after this, at least everything is moved, and then we just have like a bunch of fix-ups and cleaning up and fixing stuff and whatever left. But it's not that much. It's mostly the lanterns. Oops. Speak of lanterns. The lanterns in the tower that I messed up before. And then this, yeah, all the redstone torches went. They gone. Alright, that's everything up here done. I made a little bit of a wall here so get a nicer landing. You realize where to go. These two are restored. They're now centered. And all this remains right now... Oh yeah, I did this too. So this is now center, and there's a little bit of decoration down here. Could even put another door here, but there's really no way to go there, so we need some more light here, some more decorations, but that can wait. Now, the buttons, the lanterns, and some of the walls on the roof. Then we're done. Oh boy, okay, well, we're doing the last few buttons. This has taken quite many hours, this project, but I'm happy that it's done. We have a centered tower. This should be the last buttons. So one thing that happened was that the lanterns that got squished in here meant that some of the rows of the windows didn't get pushed, so I had to kind of fix that while I was fixing the lanterns. Wasn't a problem though, I could just stick a piston in there and push it out. So that is good. The only thing that remains now is to fix the roof from the damage that we did while making room for all the pistons and stuff here. So we have some of these walls left to just fill in like this, and then we're done. Seemed like an impossible feat, but it's actually done. Pretty happy about that. Hope you enjoyed seeing this whole process. It's been quite a thing, and then big news are coming up. Time for big news very soon, so stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen. There will be a Legacy stream as usual tomorrow, and then, well, new Legacy video will be around very shortly. Very shortly. Now, it's finally done. Wow. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining me for Legacy SMP once again. I'll see you next time.